Cody Epley will be the new pitcher here for the 2012 New York Yankees as we head now to the bottom half of the fifth, and the score remains 6-2 in favor of the 1927 Yankees. And let's get to it with Tony Lazzeri up at the plate. 1-1-3. Is Epley a struggler pitcher? No, he is not. Is Tony Lazzeri a utility batter? No, he is not. So that's going to be an RBI question mark result, and Tony Lazzeri does get the RBI, and the score is now 7-2 in favor of the 1927 Yankees. And let's roll the decider die once again to determine the outcome of the RBI, off of the RBI, micro RBI, my homebrew narrative chart for the RBIs portion of this game. It'll be an error, and it will be from the outfield with a black die of 3, and it will be a 1 coming from the left fielder, as Tony Lazzeri will get an E7 and an RBI, and the 1927 Yankees lead this game by a score of 7-2. And here is A-Rod to lead off the top half of the sixth for the 2012 Yankees. 1-2-3. Is Hoyt a workman or struggler pitcher? No, he is not. Is A-Rod a champion batter? He is not. That is going to be a no-runs result of 3 blank to end the sixth inning, and we now head to the bottom half of the sixth inning with the score still 7-2 as the 1927 Yankees look to wrap up this series, unless barring a comeback from the 1920, or excuse me, barring a comeback from the 2012, a comeback from the 2012 Yankees to hopefully get right to it, back to hopefully get them back in this game. Let's see and find out. Mike Gazzella will lead off the bottom half of the sixth for the 1927 Yanks. 1-1-6. Is Epley a struggler pitcher? No, he is not. Is Mike Gazzella a utility batter? No, he is not. So that is going to be an RBI check RBI question mark, as it will be an RBI given to Mike Gazzella, and it will be an 8-2 ball game now. And we will now roll to determine what the hit was the RBI outcome was for Mike Gazzella. It'll be another error, and this time again, E7, another error by the left fielder, will cause the RBI to happen. And that will be it for the sixth inning altogether, as we head to the seventh inning with the score 1927 Yankees 8 and the 2012 Yankees 2. And let's see if that bullpen is active here for the 1927 Yankees. And they're not. They're putting faith in Waite Hoyt to get through, or excuse me, Waite Hoyt to get through the seventh inning against Robinson Cano with a 1-2-3. Is Hoyt a workman or struggler pitcher? No, he is not. Is Robinson Cano a champion batter? No, he is not. So that's going to end up being a no runs result of one blank. And that's going to end the top half of the seventh. And we are heading to the stretch here at Yankee Stadium #1 with your score of 1927 Yankees 8 and the 2012 Yankees 2. Here's Johnny Grabowski to lead off the bottom half of the seventh. 2-3-6 is Epley a struggler or gilded pitcher? No, he is not. Is Johnny Grabowski a stat sack batter? He is not. That's going to be an RBI question mark result. And again, the bullpen gives up another RBI as the 1927 Yankees now lead this game 9-2, and they may have probably wrapped this thing up in a light, tight bow here at Yankee Stadium #1. And we will now re-roll the decided eye to determine what the outcome was. It'll be a hit, and it will be a 3, and it will be an RBI double for Johnny Grabowski. And the 1927 Yankees are trying to put their lead a little bit out of reach here for the 2012 Yankees as we head to the top half, or excuse me, the top half of the eighth with the score in favor of the 1927 Yankees of 9-2. Here is Mark Teixeira to lead things off. 2-3-6 is Hoyt a struggler or gilded pitcher? No, he is not. Is Mark Teixeira a sad sack batter? No, he is not. That's going to be an RBI check. However, the decider die says no RBI for Mark Teixeira, and it will be a 2 dot to end the top half of the eighth. And the Yankee manager, excuse me, the 1927 Yankees manager goes and tells Waite Hoyt if he feels good to go back out there for the ninth. And Hoyt says, yes, I am. So he is going to probably end this game on the mound here for the 1927 Yankees. Let's see if Epley can not give up a run here against Earl Combs. 1-4-5. Is Epley an ace or dynamic pitcher? No, he is not. Is Earl Combs a sad sack batter? No, he is not. So that is going to be a min on base result, -1 for black die of flash. Epley has semi-flash. The decider die says no, he does not have flash. So that is going to end up being putting the runners on second and third as the 1927 Yankees are either going, Earl Combs is probably going to get either 2 hits or seeing the multiple runners on base chart as we roll the decider die once again to determine the outcome. So it'll be multiple runners on base, and it will be in resulting of a 4 off of second and third. So Earl Combs is going to get a hit by pitch in one appearance, a single in his second, and another single. This time, runners advance 2 bases and a stolen base. Here's Mark Koenig, the bat on the men on base chart. 335, or excuse me, 35, reading the black and blue dice as such, of a 35. Control pitcher gets the ground out. Epley has semi-control. The decider die says no, he does not have control. So that is going to load the bases up for the 1927 Yanks. For guess who? The Bambino. The man, the myth, the legend himself, Babe Ruth. .35 again. Control pitcher gets the ground out. And this time, of course, Epley has semi-control. And this time he does get control. So that is going to be a ground out to end the bottom half of the 8th inning altogether. And your score heading to the top half of the 9th is 1927 Yankees 9 and the 2012 Yanks 2. Nick Swisher will lead things off for Wadey Hoyt, but before we do, let's see if that pen is active just in case. If Wadey Hoyt does end up running into trouble here. And they are. But we're not going to take Wadey Hoyt out of the game, but we are checking to see if that pen is active just in case. If Wade Hoyt does crack here in this third inning, or excuse me, in this 9th inning. 366. Is Hoyt a workman pitcher? No, he is not. Is Nick Swisher a utility batter? No, he is not. That is going to be an RBI question mark result. The decider die says yes, he does get the RBI, but look at this. The black die is 6. That's going to be 2 runs crossing home plate. And unfortunately, it will not be enough for Nick Swisher. He will still get the RBI, the 2 RBIs, but let's see. Sorry about this. Let's see if the RBIs happened in the same appearance or if they happened over 2 plate appearances. The RBIs happened in the same plate appearance. And they do. So what is the result of these 2 RBIs? Error. So it looks like it will be an E6 for Nick Swisher. The ball was booted around in the infield, or excuse me, in the outfield, misjudged or misplayed in the outfield. And unfortunately for the 2012 Yankees, it wasn't enough to take home another victory. However, here in Game 4, the 1927 Yankees defeat their counterparts from 2012 in 4 games as this series concludes here. And we have ourselves a series winner, folks. The 1927 Yankees take Game 4 and the series by a final score of 9-4.